Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video for modern dating here. Get out.
You didn't even see who it was. You're not going to ask who it is?
Get out.
Telling my boyfriend I'm so mad that he's taken.
Look at him.
Get out.
He's so cute.
Get out.
No. I'm not going to get out.
She decided to test her husband, but to her surprise, he is not a simp. And that's exactly why things didn't go as she expected.
I'm a little bit confused on this one.
Instead of begging as he was supposed to, he calmly told her he was done and asked her to get out of the car. That's when she realized that it was a mistake, and the regret quickly set in.
If you had to choose between your wife or your business, who would you choose?
All right, let me ask you a question. What is more replaceable, a wife or a business? A wife, they're stout. But a business takes years to build, takes hours and investment to get it to a successful point.
And not all businesses are successful either, right? Just like not all marriages are successful. It's much harder to have a successful business.
A wife, you can find it a red light of stuff.
So you think any girl is a good girl or like a...
Any girl
wife
is willing to be a wife with a guy with money. But no girl is willing to be a wife with a guy with no money. Businesses are irreplaceable, women are replaceable. And remember, a man will never lose a woman chasing a business, but a man will always lose a business chasing women.
100%.
No, my bro, a wife is hard to find. By a wife, I mean a great woman.
No, I don't think so. Like, as much as people think it is hard to find a great wife, once you have the means, the assets and everything, you just go to another country and can find wonderful wives when you have resources.
Painful reality. No business means no source of income, and no source of income means no love. Protect your love. If you choose your wife over your business, your wife will choose a better businessman than you.
Correct.
If he chose his wife, then he would lose her as well. Absolutely correct in every way. There are mixed opinions regarding this video.
No, I 100% agree with the gentleman. Your business isn't going to leave you. A successful business will always stay, or will stay quite successful for a long time as long as you maintain it, and you can sell it off later. You can't really do that with a wife.
Most guys in the comments mentioned that they would choose their business as they believe it's much easier to find a wife than to build a successful business. They also pointed out that when challenges arise, there's a high chance the relationship could fall apart anyway.
I mean, you think about it. Marriages, 50% and then divorce. Small businesses, 95% end up bankrupt. Which one's the harder one to have? A successful business? Wife.
So they prefer to play it safe and protect their finances. But a significant number of men support the opposite view. They argue that choosing a wife is the wiser decision, as a good partner will stand by you through thick and thin. They were referring to women who remain loyal and stay by their husband's side even during difficult times. And to be fair, that's also a valid point.
I can see it now that modern dating here said that. I can see a good woman sticking through it, but why would you want to put your woman through all of that when you can just take care of everything because you focused on business?
Having the right person by your side can make you stronger and more capable of achieving anything.
True.
But again, it's crucial to ensure she truly is the right one. You don't want to make that choice and end up alone days later because she realizes you are no longer financially secure. As for me, I would choose business. Now let me know in the comments what option you would choose.
Hello?
Hi, Connor.
Who's this?
Having my boyfriend call and tell my boyfriend... Oh, having my friend call and tell my boyfriend goodnight.
It's Kay. I'm calling you saying goodnight.
What? Are you calling my phone? Don't
Yeah.
you think this is a little weird?
No, I don't think it's weird.
Well, don't ever tell me goodnight again.
My man.
Only Sarah gets to tell me goodnight, Kate.
I hope the bed bites don't bite.
What? Sarah know that you're calling me right now?
No, she doesn't have to know.
Why are you being weird? Like, what? No. No.
Okay, just don't tell Sarah.
No, I'm gonna tell
Like,
her right
good
now.
night.
Call
Like,
her right after this call.
My man.
good night, I love you.
You what? Kate!
Do you want me to come in the bed with you?
What the? No! Kate!
They may not realize it, but this is a dangerous game, and it
It is quite dangerous, actually.
could end badly.
If the man actually finds out that this is what you were doing with him, which he might, because you posted it on the internet like a dumbass.
Whether it's meant as a test or not. Anyone involved with a confident man should avoid playing such games, as it can quickly bring everything to an end. Relationship is a serious matter,
It
and it
is.
should not be a subject of tests or TikTok trends. And that's exactly why those who attempt this may come to regret their actions.
Oh, I'm so mad he's taken.
Huh?
I'm so mad he's taken.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what she was like. What it said. Telling my boyfriend I'm so mad he's taken. I'm like, what the fuck? What does that mean? Like, oh, okay. The person that she's fondling over is with somebody else. Got it.
You're mad he's taken? Who's taken?
We would look so cute together.
Wow. Like, now you're just being disrespectful. Now this is just straight out disrespect on the internet right here.
What?
I'm mad he's taken. We would look so cute together.
Get out.
You didn't
Get
even
out.
see who it was. You're not
I don't
gonna
care.
ask
Get out.
who it
No.
is?
Get out.
Look at him.
Get out.
He's so cute.
Get out.
No. I'm not gonna get out.
Oh,
I'm just mad that he's taken.
I'm guessing it's like a picture, ends up being a picture of a dog or something. But
okay, so get out.
Why don't you look at him and you'll see. You'll understand. Now shut my door.
he already told you to get the hell out.
So a man with self-respect is a red flag now? Is it me, or he is totally a red flag? How are y'all gonna
He's a red flag.
see he's a red flag when she's literally enticing him for a reaction? I'm a girl's girl, but that's the best reaction. He never even screamed. He said respectfully, "Get out. Don't play with the fire and then cry for it burning you."
Yep.
So he's a red flag for responding? But is she not the one provoking him? I'm not sure whether this was just TikTok influence or if she genuinely decided to test him to see what kind of man he is. But the truth is, she wasn't expecting that outcome. Maybe she assumed he was just another simp who would beg and plead not to be replaced, but his reaction clearly caught her off guard. Now she knows he's not someone who entertains tests or games.
That's why we always tell you, man. It's easy to walk away. I mean, it's not easy, but it is easy.
What surprised me was the number of comments from women claiming he's a red flag simply because he was willing to walk away over a joke. Somehow that led them to believe he wasn't on her level, but I don't understand how they reached that conclusion considering
So her level is just joking and trying to hurt your partner's feelings.
he was just responding to her actions. In my view, he showed a strong sense of self-respect, but for some reason, they interpreted it as a red flag.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go?
Bowling? Bowling. If you like bowling and you go bowling and you're willing to approach a man heavily sweating while he's intensely trying to get as many strikes as he can, you might have a chance.
Just asking for a friend. Please, let me know in the comments. Thanks.
The best place would be in your 20s.
Oh, damn. That was a good one. Best place was in your 20s. That 100%. I can't even, nothing can trump that one.
A 36 single, $200,000 a year job, own a 4-bedroom house, $150,000 savings.
I'm on my way there. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm on my way there, brother.
You'll find me in bed, on TikTok, maybe at the cinema on Sundays. I don't get out much.
Like I said, bowling for me.
You might want to shoot for late 40s to early 50s. That's a good question. And I know they can be found in a few places, but whether they're actually interested in a relationship is a subject for another day. She's looking for a single man who is financially stable, but hasn't yet found the right person. The main reason she's struggling to find someone that fits that description is because most of those guys are no longer single. They left the dating scene a long time ago. Among the few who are still available, many have already been married or in long-term relationships, and due to those past experiences, some are taking time to focus on themselves before re-entering the dating world, while others have opted out of it entirely. There's also a significant portion who are now dating within a different demographic. So even if she does come across them, it likely won't matter, as she may not fall within their preferences.
True.
Now it's up to her to start approaching, whether on the street or in other places, to check if they're interested. If her goal is to find someone, this is the most direct and effective way to get it done.
So I'm glad to see other women making these connections.
Marriage is SW. It's just more affordable payment plan, i.e. Klarna?
And knowing and realizing that marriage in many cases is and was historically a form of S work. And I say we need to talk
okay, SW. Okay, I thought I
this
wasn't sure
more
exactly
because
what it
I
was.
see a lot of women being shamed for being 304s. Oh, you're a 304, you want a man to fully provide for you. Oh, you're a 304, you don't want to date a man that's broke. You want
The 304 part is that them sleeping around with multiple men. Them wanting to be taken care of and stuff doesn't make them the 304, by the way.
money, you want to be provided for. Yet at the same time, I see the 50-50 women really getting pimped out. You understand? Like, men will
How are you seeing this?
say that they hate 304s, they hate women that want to be provided for. Yet I have watched with my own eyes these same men treat 50-50 women like some real hoes. They will send that woman out into the world.
Or these are just particular men that you know that treat every woman like hoes.
To sit up under some other man 8 hours a day working some job in order for that woman to bring that money back home to him. He got his hand out. Where's the half of the mortgage? Where's the half of the rent? Where's the half of the bills? How is that not a hoe?
And how is the man not a hoe when he does that and just gives you money, goes to work and just hands you money and takes care of all the bills? That's a slave.
How are these husbands that can stick their hand out to a woman for her money and try to get some tail from her not straight pimps? Somebody explain this to me. How is marriage not S work?
Your minds are so freaking warped. It's ridiculous.
The sad truth is a lot of married women are engaging in S work and being pimped without payment.
Do you realize what being pimped means? It means that you're being sent off to have sex with other men for payment and bringing that payment back to you for me to get paid. That's what pimping is. Just because she went to work, I went to work, we came together and paid bills together, how am I pimping her?
You're doing the same thing, you're just not getting paid. You're getting doubly exploited.
Y'all are speaking my language. I'm glad women are realizing this. Finally, someone put my thoughts into words. That's exactly correct.
This many people think this way. Okay.
This is what it feels like when you're with someone you don't genuinely love, when the only reason you're by his side is due to the size of his bank account. On the other hand, those who marry for love, thoughts like this would never even cross their minds. I'm not sure if this is a coping mechanism or simply confusion, but she's comparing two completely unrelated things. This is what happens when people enter relationships for financial provision rather than emotional connection. We all know the dating scene is changing. If you ask women today about their dating preferences, a large percentage would prioritize a man's financial status over other qualities, and that mindset is what gives rise to these kinds of thoughts. It reached a point where she placed marriage and that profession on the same level, which is concerning. These days, it seems everyone wants to know how much he makes before even considering his values or emotional compatibility, and that's what led her to this perspective. If she had ever experienced real love, or even witnessed it in someone close to her, it's unlikely she would think this way. The number of women who agreed with her was surprising.
It was.
But again, it all comes down to how they choose their spouse. If they base their decision on how they truly feel about them, rather than the size of their bank account, it would remove transactional feelings from relationships.
It's like women don't think men have been experiencing this and feeling this whole time when we've been being taken advantage of taking you out on dates, paying for everything, and then nothing ends up, nothing happens afterwards, or it ends up being nothing. So we just spent loads of resources and it went one direction and we still got nothing. Who's slaves? Who's getting pimped? And who's getting worked here? I don't really think it's women. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And get you guys